nahi, jo hari rai so hari rai. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Dekho suno mat bolo. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% Karnatak. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you? Live at zero complaint level. मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Whenever the data is incomplete, and on the basis of incomplete data, if we want to arrive at certain conclusions, they cannot be taken as valid. Data has to be complete. So when we talk of life, what is the data of life on which we can make some conclusions? So our life is not only waking, it also includes dream, deep sleep and samadhi, 4 of them. But if we understand life, only the waking aspect, so we have got only 1/4 data. On the basis of the 1/4 data, if we conclude, this is my life, we are going the wrong way. Therefore, one principle I told you, we never write the autobiography of a dreamer. We write autobiography of a man, and who is that man? Only waker. What about the dream, deep sleep, etc.? That we don't take into consideration. Now, what is the reason? The reason is, we all appreciate that for every dream, there is a separate dreamer. Dream number 1, dreamer has nothing to do with dream number 2 and the dreamer 2. Nothing to do. Therefore, in Vedanta, you are told again and again, the dream and the dream world is an illusion. But the waking is real? No, waking is also illusion. We'll come across the next chapter. After having heard this, the teacher one day thought, let me see what students have learned. So he played a prank. He got up in the morning and all the disciples in the same ashram, he got up and started crying. So the disciples said, Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, how can Guru cry? Guru has no right to cry. Disciples can have no right to laugh. They should only cry. Guru Maharaj, why are you crying? I tell you, I had a very bad dream. But Guru Maharaj, you only told dream is an illusion. Don't teach me, but it was a very bad dream. Let me tell you what dream was. We want to tell our dream to everybody. He also said, I want to tell my dream, I am so miserable. What? In that dream, I felt that I am a butterfly, and again started crying. So the disciples parrot, but dream is an illusion. Therefore, the butterfly is also an illusion. So why you should cry? So Guru said, let me talk at least. Okay. Now my question is, I, your Guru, dreamed as I am a butterfly, or the butterfly is dreaming that I am your Guru? Now tell me. See, Maharaj, How important it is. But for us, life means only the waking. And not among only the waking. Within the waking, only one part of it. Mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. That is the life. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. See, life is much more than that. We get lost in the small little area. Therefore, in the 27th mantra, the teacher says, Sarvasya pranavo yadihi madhyamantarasthathaiva madhyamantastatthaiva evam hi pranavam jnatva vyashnute tadanantaram. Therefore, this one reality around which the waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi is going on. Your attention should be in the center. You must have enjoyed, if not now, sometime when you were young, that big giant wheel. You know, the most dumb giant wheel is in Singapore. It moves so slow that you don't know it is moving. What is the fun in that? It should move fast and then, oh, there is a joy in that. You know? So when you are at the periphery, impact of the movement is acute. But when you come to the center, the peripheral influence does not create any disturbance in the center, is it not? We are all living our life at the periphery of our personality. Mother, father, brother, husband, wife, dreams, good, bad, friends, enemies, at the periphery. And then suffer because of everybody. Then what do? We come to sleep. And when we sleep, what happened? We have come to the center. Nothing changes outside. Husband is the same, wife is the same, in-laws are same, outlaws are same, everything is the same. But now the experience is different. Because we have migrated from the periphery to the center. See, friends. Therefore, Sarvasya pranavo hi adi madhya anta. So this center, pranava, om, turiya, the reality, evam hi pranavam jnatva. This is the meaning of om. Only chanting om, 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 nothing will happen. Vaishnute taranantaram, then he merges in that absolute reality. After that, continuing further, pranamam hi ishvaram vidyat, sarvasya vriti samstitam, sarvavyapinam omkaram, matva dhiro na shochati. Matva dhiraha na shochati. The dhira purusha, the wise one, is never miserable with reference to the past or the future. Bhagavan Krishna gives the definition in the 2nd chapter. Ashocha nanvashochastam prajnavadamscha bhashase gatasu na gatasunschcha nanu shochanti panditaha na shochati. Who is a wise man? Na shochati. And who is the other wise man? Shochati. Now, for what the wise man doesn't grieve and what the ignorant man grieves? For 2 reasons. Gata suna gata sunscha. Asun pranan. When somebody dies, they are miserable. Not only that. When somebody doesn't die, they are miserable. Marte bhi nahi. So, fools are miserable when somebody dies or when somebody doesn't die. Wise are never miserable for any reason. Therefore, we have to practice this. Don't justify you are miserable. How simple it is. Don't justify. So, pranamam hi ishvaram vidyat. To know this Om, the reality, the Brahman, Bhagwan, Paramatma, whatever name you give, Ishwaram, Sarvasya Hridi Samstitam. And it is not that I am divine, but my mother-in-law is not divine. Hurry. Then you have not recognized your divinity. See, friends. And that can happen only if we have really essentially recognized what is the meaning of divinity. For that, where from we have to start? Start from where you are. Where are we? We are caught up in the possessions and relations. So drop the possessions. Then give up the relations. And then, meaning go to sleep. So when you go to sleep, where is the mother-in-law, father-in-law? Where are they? Nowhere. What is the cause of your misery? You are awake. Go to sleep. See? Pranamam hi Ishwaram Vidyat. So at the individual level, what is the Ishvara? Ishvara is the Anandamaya Kosha or the Prajna. Now, the Paramatma with the conditioning of Avidya is called as Anandamaya Kosha or the Prajna. The same Paramatma or the Brahman with the conditioning of the Maya is called as Ishvara. And this Ishvara further becomes the Hiranyagarbha, and the Anandamaya Kosha further grades down as the subtle body and then the gross body. This is how it is constantly expanding, correcting, expanding, compressing. This picture you should keep always in mind. Paramatma ekameva dvitiya. Expression through some instrument, only inertness, world that is inert. Then same Paramatma expressing through other instrument, where he can express both existence and knowledge. That is Chetana. From Chetana, mind. From mind, the Tanmatras. From Tanmatras, the 5 sense organs. And from there, the 5 objects. So go back slowly, slowly, slowly. So simple it is. We don't have to do anything. What we have to do to experience that I see so many colors and forms, but my vision doesn't get influence. Is it something achieved in life? Na kuch pana, na kuch kona. What we have achieved? Nothing. It is our natural state. Not getting influenced by any perception is our natural state. Don't struggle. Struggle comes then when I want to keep my eyes open, but I should not see anybody. Then struggle will come. Then what is to be done? Dekho, bolo mat, over. See? Therefore, pranamam hi Ishwaram Vidyat sarvasya hrudi samsthitam, the essence of everything and being, sarva vyapinam omkaram matva, and that is our essential nature. Therefore, friends, aupadhik anekta is an illusion. Useful. See, illusions may be illusions, but they are useful. See? Like the lines on the globe. Are there lines on the globe? See? I was with some kids, very smart. I said, hey, can you tell me, yaar, I don't understand this thing. Hamidi, are you not educated? I said, no, I'm not educated. Okay, I'll tell. What you want to know? I want to know how they must have drawn these longitude, latitudes on the globe. It's my big problem. Because the globe is moving around itself and also moving around the sun. And how they must be going. Suppose the brush they are putting to draw a line, but by then the globe has already moved, it will become teda. So when I was asking, and then in between water comes, and then the whole thing will be washed away. So that child looked at me. Swamiji, how can you think like that? I said, what to do? This is what your problem is. See, we have to very clearly know these are imaginary, useful. That doesn't mean they are real. Relations are imaginary, useful, but not real. See? Why the ladies get married? Who will lift the bag? See? Therefore, don't take life too seriously. Adhyatma is joy. Pranamam hi vidya sarvasya vriddhi samsthitam. Therefore, sarva vyapinam omkaram matva. So, like, if my finger goes in my eye, it is not hurting me as somebody hurt me. Although it hurts, but person hurting is not born. Therefore, there is no curse. I curse this finger. No. Therefore, sarva vyapinam omkar. Like, my this finger was hurt very badly. So, that person who hurt it, I say, look here. Look the positive side. Swamiji, I say, look, keep cool. If this hand would have been not there, it would have, your cranium, he was bald, your cranium would have been cracked and like the coconut, your brain would have come out. You are saved. See, it is not important. Your head is important till you are बाद में तो टूट ही जाएगा. See, friends. Therefore, matva dhiro na shochati. Do not justify you are miserable. Therefore, anybody asks you how are you, don't tell the truth. This I learned from you only. Once I was in Delhi or somewhere. Of course, it was my mistake. And for mistake, you have to pay. So I went to some Punjabi family. And unnecessarily, I met an old lady. I said, Mama, Sat Shri Akal, sab theek hai? Swamiji, tusi aage baitho. She got a bakra. Maro isko. And then started. This morning onwards, what happened? And I said, my God, now she is going in so detail, more detail than Ramayana. So her grandson was looking at me. He said, come here. I said, hey, your grandson is calling, I have to go. I'll come back. He said, how can you listen to Dadi Ma? She keeps on telling the same thing again and again. Then what should I do? I should plug her mouth? Yes. And how? Show her fingers. That's what we do. When she starts telling something, we say, Dadi, that means you told already 4 times. Stop. So she keeps quiet. A very good Maha Mantra. Swamiji, where for, how far I have come, I have forgotten. Never mind, I'll start again. Right? That is important. So when she started, I showed both. Mama, stop. Never ask an old person about his or her health. He will fall ill. See, friends, relax. Don't get involved in anybody's life. 2 principles. Never try to make anybody happy. Why? God failed. Should He make us happy? And we, the miserable, want to make others happy. And second thing, we belong to a democratic setup. Everybody has got a freedom to be miserable. Who are you to stop? No, I want to be miserable. Tathastu. Therefore, amatro ananta matrascha dvaitasyopamashivaha onkaro vidito yena sa muni netaro janaha. Therefore, amatra ananta matrascha. Amatra means undivided, meaning immanent, all permeating. Amatra, not divided. Om is divided, uma. So amatra, undivided, antamatrascha, anantamatrascha, but is supporting everything. Anantamatra. See? Where dvaitasya upashamaha, where the dirt of the duality has quietened. See, the most ugly thing in this world is the sense of otherness. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, samsara begins. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Upanishad says, wherever there is otherness as real, what are things happening? Because of otherness, there is a desire. Because of otherness, there is a fear. Because of otherness, there is an anger. But if there is no otherness, as in our deep sleep, there is no otherness. Therefore, there is no fear, there is no desire, there is no anger. And that experience of the deep sleep is a trailer of God realization. That is the reason why many people sleep in the satsang. I keep on talking, you talk, we are already rich. See? Amatro anantamatrascha dvaitasya upasama shivaha. Yena onkara viditaha. He who has thus known, experienced, this is the meaning of onkara. Sa munihi. He is the muni, contemplative master. Na itare janaha. Others are only talking and living in a disgusted existence, desiring. Therefore, if you study Kathopanishad, toward the end, ultimate in Kathopanishad is what is we have to attain in life. Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya vridishyataha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When we attain 100% freedom from desires, you are one with the divine. Now to understand this, take an example. Suppose you have to catch morning flight 7 o'clock in Bengaluru. Then it is international flight, so you have to go 3 hours before. So 4 o'clock I should reach. Now from my house to reach the airport, it takes 2.5 hours. So I had to leave the home at this time. Therefore, I should sleep little early, maybe at 6 o'clock, finish dinner, sleep. Then I can wake up, get ready and go. So you go to sleep at 6 o'clock. Only one sankalpa. You have to catch the morning flight. After every 22 seconds, you see. Isn't it happening? So one sankalpa, one desire to reach a particular place on time, whole night is destroyed, is it not? We have got Himalayan desires. Whole life is destroyed. How to get out of desires? 2 ways. Be a follower, never be a leader. If the husbands can understand, very difficult. Have they understood, they would not have got married. But if they understand, they should understand very clearly. The word is Gruha Lakshmi. There is no Gruhapati. House belongs to the lady of the house, not to the gent. What is the gent? Chaukidar. But what happens? This Chaukidar starts ruling the house. All are so happy. Hey friends, there was one couple, Mr. and Mrs. Gupta. And maybe about 75 not out, 80 not out. But they never fought. So they were appreciated in that town. So the town people decided to honor them. Ideal couple who never fought in their life. So the whole town came, and in a big town hall, everybody sitting, and the glory of Gupta and Gupti was done. And thereafter, now Guptaji will tell us how they lived such a peaceful, cool life without any fighting, etc. Please tell. Guptaji got up. Looked at Gupti. She gave permission. And then he started. We have clear understanding of division of work. Therefore, we don't meddle in anybody's working. For example, what is to be done in the house, who should come, who should not come, where the money should go, where it should not go, who should be allowed to come, who should be asked to get out. All these small little things are decided by wife. So what do you do, sir? I take international problems. Whether America should attack on Afghanistan or not, I think about it. But these husbands, why you done? Chodo yaar, relax. Don't get involved in life. You have the way to negotiate if you have this simple wisdom. See? Therefore, amatra ananta matrascha dvaitasya upasamashivaha onkaro vidito yena samuni na itare janaha. He is a contemplative master, otherwise will continue to be miserable. With this, we have completed the Agam Prakaranam, the first chapter. Upanishad plus commentary. Now, here, the second chapter begins, Dvaitatya Prakaranam. Vaitatya means what? Vitatha. Vitathaha, bhavaha vaitatya. Vaitatya means that which is not as it should be. Vitatha. So, Bhagavan Shankara begins, Jnate dvaitam na vidyate iti uktam, ekameva dvitiyam. So, it was said, having known the reality, according to this thing, there is no duality whatsoever. That was Agama Matram. No, Tatra upapatti api dvaitasya vaitatyam shakyate avadharitum iti dvitiyam prakaranam arabhyate. Now, this upapatti is logical deduction. By logical deduction also, we can conclude that the duality is an illusion, not real. And therefore, to understand this logically, we will now start the second chapter, Vaitatya Prakaranam. The first mantra. Vaitatyam sarva bhavanam swapna ahur manishinaha antasthanatu bhavanam samvrtatvena hetuna. When swapne, in the dream, swapne, wise people say that all the things that we see in the dream, they are within. Like, in the waking, the world is outside. And in the dream, the world is within us. It's not outside. And therefore, antathanatu bhavanam samvrtatvena. Now, suppose you have seen Himalaya in your dream. Inside, where Himalaya will come across? It's not possible. And therefore, whatever we see in the dream is not real. It only appears but doesn't exist. And therefore, the dream is an illusion. Now, before going further, we have to immediately apply on ourselves. Otherwise, we'll get lost. It's not difficult. You also see, I also see. That I am seeing you all. And you are seeing everything in front of you. But now think, am I really seeing you? I am not seeing you. If all of you enter me, I will burst open. Then what I am seeing? Your image is formed on my retina. It is caught by the mind. And what I am seeing is only the image. So get this point across very clearly. I am sitting here, but imagine here this part is pitch darkness. You can't see your own hand, so dark it is. And your eyes are open. Will you be able to see me? What is the reason? Because image is not formed on your retina. What we are seeing is not what is. See? How simple it is. The one who loves, honey, darling, I love you. Without you, I cannot live. Now, because of you, I cannot live. Overnight, what happened? See, friends, it's not difficult. Only analyze your own experiences. So, we think we are seeing the people. No, we are seeing only the images. And there may be images of any size, any number of images. They can be accommodated on the retina. But because I am seeing thousands of you, there is a burden on my eyes? If all of you go away, will there be a loss? Because what is seen as image is a virtual reality, what we call dream. See? Therefore, we are all, for practical purposes, pixels. P-I-G. We are all pixels. How simple it is. And therefore, when you add data, there is no weight. When you delete data, there is nothing is removed. Recognize this. And this happens in the mirror. When we are standing in front of the mirror, we see not the body, but the image of the body. And therefore, that image does not disturb the mirror. If the image is that of fire, that image of the fire does not burn the mirror. Image is that of the water, it will not make the mirror wet. Exactly the same way. What we are all experiencing is only images. But what happens? Our condition is like the dog sitting or standing in front of a mirror. What the dog will do? Oh, 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 oh. See? In Delhi, Birla Mandir, where my talks are there every year during this Navaratri, there is one small room, Krishna temple. When you enter, that side a door, and there are 3 walls. In all the 3 walls, there are mirrors, and there is only one Krishna standing in between. You look anywhere, Krishna, 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 everywhere, so many of them. Now, has that one Krishna become many? They are only images. Therefore, whatever we are experiencing in our life is only images. But what we do, we give a status of reality to those images and then start fighting and getting frustrated in life. Therefore, Vaitatyam Sarvabhavanam Swapne. Like in the dream, we discard the dream. It was just an illusion here, forget about it. With the same intensity and ease. If we are able to erase our total past, good or bad, you are walking spiritual path. Just imagine, like your pen drive, you add data, it gets filled in. The time comes, no more space. If it happens, you stand in front of the mirror, it is stored in the mirror. After some time, somebody goes, go away. Because it doesn't store, it is empty. See, friends. And who is becoming miserable? These images are becoming miserable. Therefore, as much dream is only an illusion, equally, the waking experiences are also illusion. Okay. So, our class is illusion? No, super illusion. One Gujarati gentleman in what you call that place, USA, and he was telling me this. Swamiji, my son doesn't listen to me and he is so horrible. and I'm afraid of him. When he comes to my room, I am afraid. I go to the room. Then, but when we were in India, it was not like that. When my father used to come, I used to respect him and go to other room out of respect. Here it is the ulta. Why this is happening? I said, because you are born to run. पहले बाप के करो ना बच्चे के दौड़ते रहो. Don't complain. Accept the world only a big drama. Therefore, भावश्च रसादीनां श्रूयते न्यायपूर्वकं वैतथ्यं तेन वै प्राप्तं स्वप्ने आहु प्रकाशितम्. Therefore, whatever we see or achieve or fail in the dream, it is not real. Otherwise, if you get a big lottery in the dream, you wake up and then will you regret, yeah, such big amount I got there, now I can't bring it here. No, it was just a dream. Therefore, we have to take first principle. This dream is an illusion appearance. Then after we'll further extend it. As much the dream is an illusion appearance, that much the waking is also illusion and appearance. When this was heard by Bhagwan Ram from Vasishthaji, Bhagwan Ram got fed up. He was young that time, 15 years. He got fed up. And therefore what he did, he left one terrible elephant behind Vasishthaji. When the elephant was running, Vasishthaji holding his lungi, khada, come and running. And then he took a tangent and went away. Elephant could not do anything. Bhagwan Ram said, Sir, you taught us everything is illusion. Then elephant which was running after you was illusion. He said, yes, beta. Then why did you run? My running was also illusion. That was not real. Tried to teach the Guru. See, friends. Therefore, antasthanat tu bhedanam tasmat jagarite smrutam yatha tatra tatha swapne samrutatvena vidyate. Therefore, as much in the dream, so much in the waking state also, everything is imaginary, doesn't exist. Because what we see is not the object. What we see is the image of the object. And if the image which is formed on your mind, if the mind is disturbed, image will be distorted. If the mind is sleeping, you may keep on talking and you go to sleep, and then such sleeping giants, after the lecture is over, they come first. Swamiji, you are awesome. Meaning, you put me to sleep. Therefore, yatha antasthanatu bhedanam tasma jagarite smrutam yatha tatra tatha swapne samrutatvena vidyate. Only the difference is that the waking experiences are outside and dream experiences are inside, but otherwise all experiences are happening only in the mind. Now, one experience by the mind we take as an illusion. The second experience by the same mind we take as real. What kind of logic it is? See? And therefore, till such time we work on this, all relational experiences are essential but not real. When you take this, you are newly born. What we call, you are born as a seeker. See? Paramarthik Jiva. Man is Bhagavan. Husband is Jiva. Which Jiva? Vyavaharik Jiva. And thereafter, after leading a life for sufficient time, then he thinks, now enough, it is enough. Yeah. Let me see something more in life. Then he starts going to satsanga. Then he starts getting interested. Now he is newly born. He is called as Paramarthik Jiva. Now worldly things no more attract him to that extent as they were attracting earlier. When a Paramarthik Jiva is born, he never dies. Therefore, yatha tatra tatha swapne savrutattvena vidyate. Only the space option is different. Swapna jagrita sthane ekamahur manishinaha vedanam hi samatvena prasiddhenaiva hetuna. In the same manner, prasiddhena hetuna, it is very much known that the worldly objects, as much we enjoy, equally we enjoy or suffer the dream objects. In dream, sometimes we dream that we are in the forest and then we are left alone, and from somewhere one tiger has come and we are frightened and we are frustrated and we are running and the tiger pouncing on us, and in that we fell down and the dream is over. That time, heart is dum 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 dum. Meaning, as much the waking things we take real, that much we take the dream things real during the dream. So, when we are out of dream, we know it's all just imagination. In the same manner, when we are out of these waking experiences of somebody, see, as in the dream we became someone, in the waking also we become somebody. So what we become? Husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister. But when you wake up, what? Come on, yaar, by birth I am not a husband. Then by mistake I am a husband. Now you must pay for your mistake. Okay. All problems dissolved. See, friends, you don't have to do anything. But what happens? In the dream, the tiger we reject as an illusion, doesn't exist. But in the waking, we take the husband Dumbo as real. See, husband is only operational mode. That's it. Not real. Does the husband have two horns and a tail? No. See, I think I told in US, somebody asked me, one white person, why you Hindu ladies put, this .com on the forehead? Because they are married. You have no chance now. It's all out. Really, it's married ladies. Oh. But what about gents? No need. From the face, because he's married. All the glow is gone because of the blow. Hey friend, Sapna Jagrita Sthane Ekamahur Manishinaha Vedanami Samatvena Prasiddhenaiva Hetuna. Therefore, this is Prasiddhena. Everybody knows about it, that the objects in the waking and the dream are equally the same. Both of them are taken as solid realities. Once you take this, you will not be too much involved with the worldly things. We will be very much. Live in affluence, but don't get miserable because of affluence. Our scripture don't tell, be a beggar. No. Produce wealth. Achieve some success in life. Therefore, prasiddhena hetuna. See, it is very much known that the waking objects and dream objects have exactly the same way. Only difference is in the waking and the dream state. Dream is only for a few seconds and the waking appears to be longer. Therefore, आदावन्ते च यन्नास्ति वर्तमानेऽपि तथैव तत् वितथैः सदृशा सन्तः अवितथा इव लक्षिता आदावन्ते च यन्नास्ति तन्नास्ति वर्तमानेऽपि. That which did not exist earlier and later. So in between also it is not there. See, before we go to sleep there was no dream. Then in between the dream came. When we wake up, dream gone. Therefore, Madhya in the center, it is only vitatha, it doesn't exist, only appears. Similarly, santaha avitatha iva lakshitaha. So although they are appearing, but they are not real. Now apply it in our own life. Childhood has come, gone. Is childhood real? Earlier there was no childhood. Then childhood came. Meaning some child is born. And then the child started growing. Then childhood gone. Is childhood real or we are real? Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvananjara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuyati. The body goes through so many changes. We are the same. Therefore, many old people have this pathetic joke. The joke is, I don't feel I am old. That is a tragedy for the society. Old people must know that they are old. See? So why they don't feel? Because the one who is feeling is not the body. It's only the mind. See friends, this principle should be deep in you. Nothing happens to body. Everything happens only to the mind. Therefore, all spiritual practice is working on our mind. See? And therefore, it is for this purpose. Adavante yannasti vartamanebi tathaivatat. That which was not in the beginning and not at the end, so even in between it appears. Earlier there was no dream. In the dream I became a king, and thereafter dream is over, I am no more a king. So the king in between was not real. Before marriage I was a man, I got married, then I became a husband. Husband was not before. He appeared in between. Thereafter wife leaves me, then I am no more husband. Therefore, I was there before the marriage, after the divorce. Therefore, husband in between appeared is not real. So this non-real husband, how can you help that Dumbo? Don't take life seriously, friends. And you will see we are all miserable, never for something great. See? Our miseries are third class. People have got third class misery. In the morning, when I went to take bath, there was no water. See? Take a tablet. You know, there are bath tablets available. You take the tablet, you don't have to take bath. Really? Yes. Now you please tell us. This I learned in some South Indian family. Wherever we used to go out, and he was not very particular about bath. He said, शेर कभी bath नहीं लेता, नहीं जंगली हो गया. So, but public, they have to show that they are taking bath and all that. So, when we used to go, near that door, he had kept one katori in which there used to be vibhuti. Before going, just take it. Fresh vibhuti, not body. Therefore, adavante jayannasti vartamanepi tathaivatat. That which doesn't exist earlier or later is not real in the middle. Therefore, vitatahi sadrusha santaha avitata iva lakshita. Therefore, although this world appears as if real, but essentially it is not. Once we know this, we will live very much in this world, but we will not get entangled. Like we go and see the Disneyland movies. They are so beautiful. But we don't think, I should get a girl like that. No, it is just imaginary. It is the AI production. And if you start taking AI production as real, you are guaranteed to be miserable. Therefore, don't take anything very seriously. सप्रयोजनता तेषां स्वप्ने सप्रयोजनता तेषां स्वप्ने विप्रतिपद्यते तस्मा आद्यन्तत्वेन मिथ्यैव खलु ते स्मृता. The wealth of the dream is invalid when we are in the waking. And we might have taken heavy food. Why might? Idli was very good. So, we have taken heavy food and we sleep. And in that we get a dream that I have gone to McDonald's and daba ke kha rahe. So, the food which has satiated our hunger in the waking is producing hunger in the dream. Or whatever we have achieved, earned in the dream, a lot of money, we cannot smuggle it in the waking. Therefore, saprayojanata tesham sapne vipratipadyate. So whatever are our achievements, the waking have no meaning in the dream, and whatever are things happening in the dream have no meaning in the waking. Therefore, both of them are equally appearances, not real. Recognize this. Therefore, don't get carried away by the experiences, but learn from every experience. This point I have been telling 100 times. Our every experience is our guru if we start learning from every experience in our life. We have to learn. Nobody can teach us. Tasmat adhyatvatvena mithyaiva kalute smritaha. अपूर्वम स्थानि धर्मो हि यथा स्वर्ग निवासिनां तानयं प्रेक्षते गत्वा यथैवेह सुशिक्षितः. Now this is, I think we'll take it in our next class. You must be feeling hungry. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.